change it up, you don't have to curse it. You worth it. Flip the script. Flip the script. Reverse it. Change it up, you don't have to curse it. You worth it. Do what I want.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chanel Sermon, and I bring to you Royal Empowerment. You can stay up to date with me by following me on Instagram at IamPrettyDoc, or you can also follow my Facebook page, Dr. Chanel Sermon. Enjoy the broadcast, and thank you. Hi everyone, I hope all is well with you. So this is the Royal Empowerment for this week. I want to encourage you to keep pressing forward, keep on doing the best you can to be at your personal best. Today, I want to talk about tables. I want to talk about tables, and I want to share with you why I want to talk about tables. So yesterday, I was thinking, and I thought about success and things like that. And when we think about tables, when people don't want to give you opportunities, what do you do? What do you do when you are seeking an opportunity, but it seems like that door is not opening for you? So what I want you to do is start evaluating the tables that you want to be present at. So for those of y'all that have been trying to start a new adventure or something new at someone else's table, but it seems like you won't be getting a breakthrough, well, one reason why you're probably not seeing that breakthrough at someone else's table is because you have to build your own. All right. And this can be in different areas of your life. So when we're looking at table, we're looking at a platform, a goal, a foundation. So it could be with a career, it can be with a project, an initiative, a ministry, business, whatever. What is that table? Okay, what is that table for you? All right. So again, sometimes you won't succeed if you're at the wrong table. It's a reason why some people aren't letting you sit at the table, and it's not necessarily because you don't deserve to sit there. It might be that you deserve better than what's present at that table. All right, so again, if you're seeking to succeed at someone else's table and that table is not for you, that could probably be the reason. It could be that you have to build your own table. And I think it's important that we understand that, because sometimes we're disappointed when some people don't want to support us on our journey. We feel disappointed because we feel like we're qualified enough. We feel like we know what we're doing. And even if we feel like that, and that's all true, but then you still have the person, could be the skeptic, could be the person, could be hindsight jealous, hate to admit it, but you got people that will deny you certain things and refuse you certain things because they are afraid that you're going to succeed at their table, that you're going to succeed at their hands. And so sometimes that's your reason why for building a table, because sometimes you'll be more successful when you take your gifts and your talents and you put it to work on your own. So that's another good reason why you should build your own table whenever you feel like an opportunity is not available for you at someone else's table. I'm going to give y'all an example, and this is more so in the form of a history lesson. That's pretty much how the AME Church got started. So if you don't know much about the history of the AME Church, the first African-American church, which is known as Mother Bethel, is in Philadelphia, and it was founded by Bishop Richard Allen. So what was the problem was hundreds of years ago, where churches were, I don't even want to say churches were segregated, but it wasn't like at the time when these problems were happening that there were black churches out there. At the time when the blacks would go to church with the whites, what would happen is that while they were praying and worshiping, they would be told to get up, give up, their seat or the area to a person who was not black. And so black people did get tired of being moved out of their section, their area, being interrupted during church service. And so in this moment, Bishop Allen felt that black people deserved to serve God, to worship God and pray without being interrupted. And so that was how he came about the first African-American church known as Mother Bethel. And I'm talking about the first church that we know of that's African-American in the United States. So again, that church is in Pennsylvania. But my whole point in talking about Bishop Allen's legacy is because when the table was concerning ministry for black people, black people wanted to have a place to worship without being interrupted, without there being any type of nuisance concerning how they were worshiping and things like that. And so that's how come the first black church got started. And it started because Bishop Richard Allen decided to build a church because there was not one available for African Americans. Okay. So again, this is building your own table. When there's a need to be met, you definitely want to consider what are your other options. What do you need to branch out and do your own thing with building a table? So with that being said, sometimes you have to be that difference. Sometimes that's the reason why you got to build your own table, because somebody needs something that's not being offered at this table. Now, in this day and age of social media, there are a lot of people that are going out their way to get attention. And a lot of this attention that they're seeking is the wrong attention. And I've came to a point that not too many people impress me anymore. And I'm going to tell you this, the type of people that impress me are people that know how to treat people, people that can teach me something new about self-control, people that can talk me in to being a better version of myself, people that will inspire me to prosper and not give me the tools to do the opposite. And so when we're talking about tables, it's important that you know where you're sitting. There are some tables you can sit at in life with people. And when I say table, I just also want to mention this is metaphorically. When I talk about tables, I'm talking about circles. I'm talking about people on your path, people in different areas of life. There are some tables that's trouble. Okay. There are some tables that's trouble. Some tables you don't need to be sitting there. Some people gonna feed you trouble. Friends or associates or people who you think are your friends that you hang out with. A lot of times we make the mistake of trying to force ourselves at a table where we're not wanted. And when people won't offer you a seat at the table, don't pull up a chair. Build your own table. Sometimes we feel like we're entitled to certain things. I believe we are concerning human rights, but when a person doesn't want to give you an opportunity, it's easy to be thirsty over getting what you want at somebody else's table. But some of us, we have to be like Richard Allen. When you are not enjoying what is being served at the table, or you're being denied access to this table, now you build your own. And that's and Richard Allen ain't the only person or the only African American or the only person, period, that decided that they were going to go ahead and build their own table. Okay. So, and I don't want it to just be people thinking, well, it's just a black and white thing with me. No, he's not the only person that found a need to build a table. Is other areas of life where people found the need to build a table. It was one time, it was this guy, he got tired of going to an amusement park, and they're telling him that he's too short to ride. And so I can imagine how frustrated that he felt, that the only thing he wanted to do is the same thing everybody else was doing. So you know what he did? He built his own amusement park, and he did it for people that was his size, his height, and you have to be this short to ride. And that's how it was at his theme park. So sometimes, you know, what you go through, whatever your obstacle is, sometimes you have to be the answer to the obstacle. Sometimes you have to be that change that somebody needs. And that's why sometimes you have to build the table. Okay, another example, with the platform that I'm representing I Am Her International as Miss I Am Her International. And so with Miss I Am Her International, I want to say, particularly with the platform I Am Her International, that platform was made to celebrate women in different areas of their life. And what I love about this platform is that it gives more opportunities for women to receive their flowers for all the work that they have been doing in their communities, in different areas of life. And I believe the founder of this organization, at some point she had given us a story or a backstory on what inspired her to build this organization. And in the work field, you know, she's encountered male dominance in the work field where they're overpowering the females on a job, you know, limiting the women in some way, shape, or form with how they regard women, how they treat women, how they respect women, things like that. And so I believe her ministry became the platform where women can really give God the glory in saying, thank you, Lord, for acknowledging the things that I do, letting me know that you see me. And so she's definitely built a table for women of faith, particularly Christian women. I feel like that's exactly what she has done, and I'm grateful for that. And I am one of those women who have been through experiences where people won't give me my flowers, and it's almost to the point where you would have to demand people to acknowledge certain things, but it doesn't have to go there. It's now with her platform, okay, God is going to show you what's up. God is going to give you your flowers. God is going to acknowledge you. And it's an honor to be on a platform where you make it through 472 applicants to be a nominee and then to turn around and be a winner. So it's an honor to represent I Am Her International, not in just the capacity of being Miss I Am Her International, but also being the I Am Her International Teacher of the Year, representing teachers everywhere. I Am Her Nonprofit of the Year, representing nonprofits everywhere. I Am Her STEAM Teacher of the Year, STEAM Award, representing those that are in STEAM respectively, or STEM all over. The STEAM Award of the Year, also Ministry Trailblazer of the Year, representing women in ministry all over that are trailblazing in ministry. So definitely, I will say that Apostle Dr. Daraje Zorn, the founder of I Am Her International, has definitely built a table that was not there before, where women that could be overlooked are now been given their flowers. So I thank God for her. So again, these examples that I've been using is to show you how you can build your table when people don't want to give you access to what you deserve, even respect. Because you got some people, when you're at their table, you're only there for what you can bring to the table. It's like this thing where I hear some men say, or some men ask you, well, what do you have to bring to the table? And I even seen a clip online where Steve Harvey addresses that, like, what type of mess a man would ask a woman about what do you bring to the table. And I'm not gonna get into all that, but I say this because some people are like that, not just men, women too. Some people like, well, what can you bring to the table? But it's only you coming to the table. It's only you putting food on the table, okay? And when I say this in a metaphorical way, or a figurative way, that's the best way to put it. In a figurative way, you might be the asset to someone's organization. You might be the asset to someone's success, moreover than what they're doing to you. You might be feeding into this person, but that person's not giving back to you. That person's not pushing you. That person is not supporting you. That person is more of the beneficiary. And then the one time that you do request something of that person, even if the person could grant you that, then they refuse you. And so with that being said, when you're being served something that doesn't sit well with you, leave that table. Okay? You leave the table. Leave the table when somebody is giving you something that you don't deserve. When someone is being oblivious to your efforts to support you, leave the table. Don't stick around this is what I would say. Don't be loyal to the disloyal. All right? Let me repeat that. Don't be loyal to the disloyal. All right? And I'm serious about that, because when you're loyal to someone that's not giving that back to you in return, then you're subjecting yourself to some type of emotional abuse. So when you're putting yourself out there and you start to feel some type of way because this person isn't giving you something in return, you need to check that. And again, if it turns out that this person is not respecting you, is not acknowledging you, is not making you feel comfortable at this table, get up and leave. If a person's serving disrespect, get up and leave. If this person is serving ridicule, get up and leave from this table. Okay, because I want y'all to think about it. You know, that's just like going to a table and somebody said, well, we got food, but I'm going to give you raw fish. I'm going to give you raw chicken. I'm going to give you undercooked steak. Don't accept nothing halfway from anybody's table. Get it all the way done. When it comes to respect, don't give me no backhanded compliments. Oh, you look nice, but you know, and y'all know who these people are. The same people who try to hide their malice. They try to hide their malice. They try to do the backhanded compliment to hide part of what they really feel about you. If you feel uncomfortable, you better pay attention to that. Pay attention. Sometimes it ain't always a reason to jump, but pay attention to that, y'all. And I'm telling y'all this because I want y'all to be your own trailblazers. I want y'all to not be afraid to walk away from whatever that could be hurting you, okay? And you bring somebody to your table, but they bring other stuff on the table. They bring stuff that don't belong at the table on your life. You can't enjoy your meal. You can't even enjoy your meal with them. So you got to be careful. And then sometimes also, with that being said, some people try to disrupt your meal because you're so blessed. You got it going on. You got stuff that they don't have. Psalm 23:5 lets you know that God will prepare a feast for you in the presence of your enemies. How many of us are around some people at times, or find ourselves around some people at times that are actually undercover enemies. Sometimes we don't know it until you start getting blessed. And when you start getting blessed and going to different levels, then certain people going to manifest themselves to be who they truly are, because they cannot handle this hidden jealousy that they hide behind. And that's why we got to check ourselves too. Yes, I'm going to say that. We got to check ourselves too and make sure we're not those people. We got to check ourselves too to make sure we're not pulling up a chair at somebody's table just because we can benefit, but we have intentions of giving back, intentions of supporting someone, doing unto others as we want done unto them. So we shouldn't we shouldn't mistreat people, whether we're letting them in our circle or whether we're joining someone else's circle, or we are supporting someone else when we're talking about this concept of tables. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are not being the person that's jealous, the person that is low-key wicked, low-key intimidated to the point that we are going to try to stop what somebody got going on. So you want to be careful of who you allow pull up a chair to your table, because again, the wrong people will disrupt your meal. And again, that could happen because you're blessed like that. Okay, that could happen because God got so many good things in front of you at your table, and some of the people that don't belong at your table, they want to throw it over. They want to get rid of the food that's on the table. They want to try to get in the way of your blessings. Okay, when we're talking about life as it relates to life, when some people see you got stuff going on, some people want to throw a wrench in your plan. Some people want to speak their insecurities on you. Oh, I know somebody else who could have done the same thing that you did. It's your time to celebrate, and they want to throw that up in your face. So when you hear or see someone that's not celebrating with you at a time where you're supposed to be celebrating, that is someone that don't need to be at your table. Okay, so again, you want to recognize whether you need to build your own table if you are coming across opportunities that seem like they're not working out for you, or there's no entry to it. When people won't offer you a seat to the table, do not pull up a chair. That means don't force yourself to collaborate with somebody. Don't go all out your way. Recently, I wanted to collaborate with someone, and that seemed a little bit complicated. And to me, in my personal opinion, I felt like it was more complicated than what it needed to be. And then when I decided that this person really at heart did not want to collaborate with me, I ceased from trying to make things work in a collaboration. And I decided, you know what? I'm just going to move forward. I'm no longer going to ask about collaborating. I'm just going to do my own thing and continue. And so again, when people don't want you around, or people are showing that they're disinterested, it's best that you go on about your business, build your own table. When you are being served something that you should not be being served, somebody giving you raw chicken, not in real life, y'all, because I know most people, okay, they ain't gonna do that in real life. But when I say raw chicken, somebody serving you disrespect, stuff that you know that you don't deserve, undercooked food at your table, people are not respecting you, people not respecting your time. They tell you they're gonna meet you at this time, and they come 3 hours late, they come 5 hours late, they wait till the time of something happened, then they call you and say, oh, I ain't showing up anyway, after you done showed up. That's not respect. So when you see that happen, you walk away from the table. Also, be careful of who you allow come at your table. It's a saying that goes, some people will sink your ship just because they can't be the captain, or they won't be the captain, or because they're not the captain. Somebody will put a hole in your ship. Somebody will mess up what you got going on just because they can't be in charge. And when you realize who those individuals are, you need to not serve them at your table and let them know that it's time for them to go. So with that being said, you have it going on. And you don't have to limit yourself to always trying to jump on somebody's team. And that's one thing that I've been guilty of before, always thinking that I have to be on somebody's team. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't, and I don't mind collaborating. But whenever somebody's giving me resistance, that's showing me and implying that my presence is not wanted and my presence is not respected, that's when I know that it's time to go out and build my own table. And no, I'm not going to try to pull up a chair to anybody's table that don't offer me one. What about you? All right, so until the next broadcast, God bless you.